Alright guys, so welcome back, and today we're going to be taking Judas out for its first drive. So last video you saw that I did drive the car off the dyno with a heating boost cut, and the only other time I drove the car after that was a couple of days later. I took it from my friend's house and I drove it down to my house. It was raining cats and dogs that day, so I have not probably taken Judas out for its street drive ever since the dyno. It's been about a week and a half-ish. So today we're going to do that. Okay, all right, so first things first, we need to check its vitals, check its oil. Oil is good. Already checked the coolant. Coolant is good. Gonna do a little sweep over the engine bay to make sure nothing is loose. And then we're just gonna start it up for let it warm up and take it out for a drive. So, ever since then, what have I done? I have taken, so since the last dyno, the one thing I've done is I noticed there's boost cutting on the run directly after the dyno. So what I did, I lowered the wastegate duty cycles. So I don't know, I just lowered it to the point where it was not hitting boost cut. Not sure how much boost it's making now, maybe 18, 19, which is the wrong way we tuned it up to the last time. And since then I took the alcohol out of the water meth tank, the rubbing alcohol, and now it just has straight water in it. So I may try that on the road, but we do have some more testing to do, so let's get right into that. All right, so I am very tall, the car is very small. I have no idea if the shot is gonna be good, so here's hoping that we have a good shot. So the roads are dry. It rained a bit earlier, but it's looking like the roads are dry. Just go ahead and data log. Never know what's gonna happen, right? Alright, so we log in. Slowly get into it, second gear. Feels good. Coolant temp is good. Oil temp is good. Oil pressure is good. Battery voltage is good. IATs are still cool, so everything is looking good. One of the pluses of having a digital dash, you can hear the drive shaft rattling life away. And of course, idiotic drivers. He stops, then he turns on his hazards. As you can see, the roads here around my place are very windy, so not much room to do any sorts of wide open throttle pulls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow some distance between myself and this truck. After the next corner, there should be a descent straight away, so I'm going to allow some room, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's see how much boost the car makes if it still boosts this. Alright, looking at the data, hope you guys can see it. We saw a peak of around 17 pounds, which is good. Second gear, probably third gear is going to load it up a bit more. It might make 18 or so pounds. So that's good for now. I'm happy with that. AFR is a little bit leaner on the road. So what I did is I just added a little bit of fuel, about 2% fuel. So that should take care of that for now. So next up, we're just going to take it out for another drive. Yeah, that drive shaft is getting very, very, very sketchy. Sounding a bit scary. So I need to look at that. It almost sounds like it's the universal joint, but again, I don't know. I haven't jacked it up. Need to put it on a ramp or something to investigate. Alright, so we log in. We're gonna do second gear into third. So Judas rips. Most of the times you see me on camera, I usually just do a third gear or second gear pull and I let up. So this one I tried to do a second into third, and of course another issue is the clutch line. Well, our problem is my clutch line, so it's losing pressure. So that's why it did not want to go into third gear. But when it actually did, the car absolutely rips. So I'm gonna stop that log and I'm probably gonna do another pull on my way back, and then we'll pick up from there. All right, so I'm back from the drive, and let me say Judas is lively. So it seems to be peaking to around 19 pounds in third gear and around 17 in second because of the difference in load. But the drive was, how do I put it, sketchy. So I take whatever I said back about 300 wheel in this car. 300 wheel in this car is scary on a perfectly dry road. And these tires, I have some, what are they? They are some Westlake Sport RS, so there's some pretty grippy tires. Let me just try and see the tread wear. So there's some 240s tread wear. So not exactly all season tires, and the car was all over the place. So I'm gonna look at the data. My GoPro died, hence the using the phone. The GoPro died, so I could not even get the runs of it being sketchy, which, you know, of course makes for good content. But for now, I did turn on the water injection, so it's not water mesh, it's just water at this point. Just have straight water going through it, and I have not looked at the data. I am guessing it's supposed to make the car run a little bit richer, since the water would be displacing the fuel in the charge. But again, in theory it's supposed to, so I'm going to look at that now. Couple things I have planned. So this exhaust is a bone stock exhaust from a Toyota Altezza. So these cars make around 200 horsepower from stock. This guy is pushing closer to mid 300, so about 360 at the engine. So, and the car also has a 2.5-inch exhaust on it. Most folks at this power level would have already gone to a 3-inch with an SR20. I'm still on a 2.5 exhaust and a very restrictive muffler. So I believe that is probably a restriction. But for now, I love the quiet exhaust. So I may do some tests with and without. But that is, I just wanted to bring that up. So a few folks have reached out since the last video and they told me about the exhaust. So yes, I know this one right here is a restrictive exhaust, but it's what I have now, and I am going to leave it because I cannot deal with a loud exhaust. So this just about concludes Judas's test drive. So it's dirty. I'm probably not going to wash it today because I have to leave to go and do something else, but all in all, Judas kicks ass.